Today we're joined by Chris and William, and we'll be delving into the world of alcohol and discussing the government's plans to put a fixed minimum price on alcoholic beverages. William, it's quite an interesting idea and a proposition. What is your thoughts on this?
Well, through personal experience and through research material, I've learned that alcohol has gone incredibly cheap in some places. It's becoming too easy for people to overindulge on. According to statistics, Britain has one of the highest rates of binge drinking in Europe. How does that make us look?
Well, I think it's a choice that we're all entitled to make. I should be allowed to do with my body as I please. In the case of binge drinking, even with minimum pricing, the demographic you're looking at, they're always going to find a way of binging on the cheap. Either that or they'll save up their money and we will see a massive rise in alcoholic teenagers.
You make a fair point. However, the government are showing a real sign of concern if they care about what happens to your body, as you say. However, did you know that alcohol is responsible for over 33,000 deaths in the UK? This figure is too significant to overlook. How on earth can we continue on the same knowing these facts? Extensive alcohol consumption is also associated with crime, and the point of fact, over a third of prison inmates recognise that alcohol has played a part in their criminal activities.
Well, I understand that, but statistics show that since 1964, figures of alcohol-related crime has decreased from a peak of 13,795 to only 246 in 2004. This itself shows that alcohol has no or even less of an effect now than it did in a generation who will quite happily point a finger now of how bad kids are these days.
Excessive alcohol consumption causes heart disease, liver failure and mental disease. Nicola Sturgeon, the Scottish Health Secretary, has claimed that in just 1 year 50 lives would be saved, there would be 1,200 fewer hospital admissions and 5.5 million would be saved.
Well, minimum pricing is an indiscriminate tool that punishes responsible drinkers as much as it does the irresponsible. The underlying question must be, would a minimum price per unit for alcohol effectively reduce the number of people who regularly drink to excess? This is just uncertain. Men who fall into that category are those with the greatest disposable income. The 18 to 30 year olds who are unmarried and have no dependent children are those who consume most alcohol. They already frequent pubs and clubs where alcohol retails at considerably more than 45 pence per unit. It's difficult to see how minimum pricing would change their behaviour.
Understood. However, people who suffer from alcohol dependency are able to get too easily and cheaply nowadays. It's becoming too easy to fall into alcoholism.
Well, alcoholism is an addiction like any other drug. Drug addicts will steal and sell things in order to get drugs. If we make alcohol unaffordable to alcoholics, they'll just do the same. They'll find a way to feed their addiction.
Well, these are both very valid arguments, and you're all entitled to your own opinions and beliefs. All facts are gathered from drinkaware.co.uk and ies.org.uk. However, that's all we've got time for at the moment, and thank you to Chris and William for coming in. Goodbye, and we'll speak to you soon.